Here is a Sony pocket radio. This is the Sony ICF-S10MK2. This is a very basic radio, frequency modulation and amplitude modulation bands, mono audio. I believe this was purchased sometime in the early 2000s. I've had this for many years, and in fact some of my earliest memories of listening to music are on this very radio back in the early to mid 2000s. These were under production for quite a long time, up until fairly recently. You can still buy this brand new on Amazon. At the time of this taping, it's retailing for $249.99. I don't know why anybody would buy that at that price, but it's there in concept. It's got quite a bit of wear on it. The back is all scratched up, as is the front. The antenna, for a long time now, has come loose. It can be tightened with that screw, but it just becomes loose again after a couple of open and closings of the antenna. There's the information on the back. It takes 2 AA batteries. Unfortunately, it was made in China. At this time, I have 2 Tenergy nickel metal hydride batteries in there, and they work perfectly fine. This takes alkaline or nickel cadmium or nickel metal hydride with no problem. On the right side, we have the band selector, the FM and AM selection, analog tuning dial, volume control, and the headphone jack, and then it has this wrist strap. It's not a bad little radio. The audio quality is about what you would expect for something like this. The volume is okay. Actually, the reason why I just got this out again is because I've been using it in the car, because the radio in the car broke and it's just not economical to repair at this time. So I've just been using this, and you can hear it in the car, but it would be ideal if it goes louder because the car is kind of noisy. In the morning, I typically listen to a speaking show, and so this works fine for that. Music, it's not quite as good, but it does, you know, it's pretty reasonable for the size. Now let's extend the antenna here. That's what the antenna look like. And I'll turn this thing on and we can do a quick channel scan. The pickup is actually pretty decent on this thing. For a smaller unit, it picks up quite a few stations. So that is 99.1 megahertz. That's WPLR in this area. That's what I typically listen to. But you can see we're having a problem. I gotta tighten the antenna. That's probably 99.9, which just plays garbage pop music. Let's see what's
trending music on Connecticut's #1 hit music station, KC 101.
101.3.
What's a coffee shop needs a total refresh?
Clean your clothes.
It's over. Light skin,
you can see it gets quite a bit, and if I was more precise, I could get a lot more of those in tune.
I didn't wanna fight, started.
See you and feel you
see. This is the Ardelia.
See, for a talking, it's not. It's really. It's pretty good.
On October 5th, 1938, and it is the earliest recording we have of Eleanor Stever, and well, I think you'll like it.
At full volume, it does distort. Oh, we're gonna get the copyright police here. Alright, let's go to the AM and see if we get anything on there. I'm not sure if we will or not.
Exactly. Well, in some sense, we can say
that's
that
probably 600.
The same strategy has been
considered not a success. The Red Sox
that might be 660. That could be 740. That's probably 880.
Waiting on deck. As the second pitch you've seen Honeywell throw, that is the screw.
Ronald Reagan's beloved ranch home, but with your patriotic conservative viewpoint. Young America's Foundation.
And Golden One is one of the more.
So even on the AM, it picks up quite a few stations. So now I'll turn on my my transmitter over here so we can play some music that I won't get copyright arrested for. This is on 88.4 megahertz at the moment. Let's go down to that. And that's probably it right there, I think. So let me go ahead and play some music here. It's not too much quite right. Not sure why it's so distorted. Let me change the frequency a couple megahertz down. Usually this is pretty clear. I don't know why this is having so many problems here. Yeah, it's totally distorted, like it's getting interference or something. Let's try a different song. Oh gosh, that's horrid. Why did the batteries have gone out? Well, we'll try some different batteries here. Maybe these need to be charged up. Nope, the batteries are fully charged. And the battery life on this thing is quite a long time. Even when I used to use this regularly, I would only change the batteries maybe once or twice a year, I think. I'm not sure why this is having so many problems here. too much modulation? Maybe there was too much modulation. No, it's still distorted. Well, I don't know why it's just like that. I don't know. Try to move further away and see if that makes it better. Well, I guess that was pretty clear. I don't know why it's having trouble with this other song. Obviously there's no bass to it because it's such a small speaker, but that's weird. But I mean, for the mid and high range, it sounds pretty reasonable for just casual listening. It doesn't go very loud. Once you get to the higher volume, it really just starts to distort. That's really about as loud as it goes before there's distortion. So, not a bad little radio. I used this quite a bit over the years, and it's still going.